Alright then, welcome to my first ever Minecraft Hardcore episode. My name is GNR, so strap in, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the show. So, the first thing I want to address is the fact that there is no GUI. And the reason for that is because OBS didn't work on my computer. And it was having some problems with the software and I couldn't get it to work. So, all the footage you see now is captured on the replay mod. After a very short first day, I woke up in the village and I went straight to work. I cut down some trees, started looting some houses, trying to find some stuff. Then I actually spotted a cat, which I really wanted. So I went to the ocean, got some raw fish, and I followed the cat. And I followed it, and I kept following it until it finished all my fish and didn't tame it. So I just got some chickens instead. Then I went and got all of the hay bales in the village because I need the food. After getting all the food, I decided to start mining for iron armor and coal. Of course, everyone knows that the most important things to survive for a long time in Minecraft Hardcore is to get food, shelter, and armor. And now, since I have the food and shelter, I just need the armor. So I had to venture down into this cave and find it. I got into my first fight right away, which I absolutely decimated these two zombies. This was a pretty normal run, just running around, getting some iron, getting some coal, just making sure that there weren't any mobs coming to me while I was mining the iron, and just running around. Then I was actually attacked by the Hardcore World Destroyer himself, the baby zombie, but I quickly took care of it. Then I found this really cool medium-sized cave that I actually spent a lot of time in, got a bunch of iron from it, and managed to upgrade my stuff. While my iron was smelting, I decided to use the local iron supply in a very ethical and humane manner, as you can see. Now rate this fit. Wow. I decided to put my starter base on this pretty cool island that was right next to the village. I feel like it's a pretty nice size, it's not too big, it's not too small, I can do a lot of stuff on it, and I really wanted to make a starter base close to world spawn because I have a lot of plans for world spawn, so it's very comfortable to be close to it. I built a dirt bridge where I'm going to put an actual bridge later, and I went straight to fixing the very ugly generated terrain. I put down a dirt path just to help myself get a lay of the land, as you could call it. But I am mostly just doing this by feel. One major problem you start running into when you terraform so much so early is that you keep using up all your dirt, so you have to go to another place and take dirt from there. And when you get dirt, you go back and use it and put it in, but now the other place is ugly, so you have to go back to that place you just destroyed and fix that too. And when you fix that, you have to go to the next place, and when you finish to get more dirt, and when you make that place ugly, you have to come back and fix that too. This is the frame of my starter house. It's going to be, yeah, it's just a pretty nice size, not too big, not too small. So I went mining and I had to go on an adventure. I traveled for thousands of blocks, literally. I went to a bunch of biomes, you know, the forest and forest, until I finally found it. The greatest tree in all of Minecraft that gives you the one of, if not the greatest block in Minecraft, the spruce. When I got back from my adventure, I went straight to just planting down the spruce. But then a pillager troop had attacked my village, so I had to get rid of them. They weren't too difficult to deal with, so I put their flag down and bam, immediately another troop spawned. I went a bit back and forth, but I decided that was too open to attack, so I went the other way. And there I started picking them off one by one, but they were actually doing a lot of damage to me. And then they broke my shield, so now my health was falling and I was freaking out, so I just ran away. I started by putting in spruce floor and andesite corners. I wanted to make a sturdy base with a lot of stone, andesite, bricks, just give it a real oomph feel. Then I put a wooden texture on top to just put a bit of an accent on the building. And while I was waiting for the trees to grow, I textured the side of the houses because that did not look good. Now I could finally fill in the oak, and I started putting on the trim around that the roof will sit on. I decided to go for a simple, like 1x1 stair roof. It's a small house, so just very nice and cozy. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with this part of the house, but I ended just going with white terracotta and a copper in the middle. Then I went mining for some deep slate to put on the floor and some tuff, with this very nice gradient from deep slate to tuff. After finishing the base of the house, I decided to add a chimney. I wanted to make it out of granite because I feel like the red look of the granite complements just the stone really well. And on the other side, I decided to make like a side house that is going to be like a furnace area. I made the side house out of more tuff and bricks. I also built an outdoor stable, and then I also add red bricks to the. Then I put this very nice birch tree on the side of the house. The interior of the house was pretty nice because the house is pretty small, so you don't get like two open areas. I started by putting a floor for the second ceiling to separate the areas. Then I put a staircase in the corner. I put in a kitchen with the oven where the brickstone is, and I also decided to put a storage next to the door for easy access. Then I want to decorate it by putting a seating area and like a storage, like a cabinet with some useful blocks. And then finally I put down a carpet. I really like this house. I didn't plan it at all in creative or anything like that. And yeah, I'm just very happy with it, and thank you. I decided to make a mine on the island because I didn't want to keep running to the other side. I often use this 3x3 area. I like it for going up and down. But then, as soon as I got to the deep slate level, I was immediately greeted by a cave. And in that cave, I found diamonds. Oh wow, the first diamonds of my hardcore world. I was ecstatic. The first diamonds are always a special item. I wanted to build a few more houses on my island before this episode is over. So I took down my temporary farm and I fixed the area a bit, and then I started making this path to the hill where I was going to put a tower, some kind of watchtower or something like that. But then I decided I didn't like it was too bulky, so I created a new one, a bit thinner, and I really like that one a lot. Then for the second floor I made that, but because I am weird, I didn't like that either, so I built it again, and I really like this one. Gave it a deep slate roof, and I think it really works. Maybe it could do with a bit more texturing and finishing touches, but I like it. Then I began tearing down the house that I had built next to the mine. I really like the second house I built, and I feel like it fits really well with the feel I'm going for in this area. Then I moved on to the fourth house that I was building on my island. I hadn't decided what it was going to be, but so I just made a very basic house that is like mostly wood, and I can always change it, add to it, rip it down, but I just felt like I could put something good there. Then I started working on the bridge. At first I wanted to make it out of stone, but I didn't like it, so I tore it down and built one out of spruce, and I think it came out really good. after a lot of work, now on day 99, I could finally relax and just watch the sunset. What a nice day. What a very nice normal day in my hardcore world. Oh, nice weather, the ocean breeze. Oh, I can't wait to do more in my very nice, very alive world. And my watchtower, everything is so good. Oh, what's this? Items. My items. Oh, that's a bit strange. What are they doing here? Well, don't ask any questions. Bargaining. Wait, what's bargaining? Negotiating the terms of conditions of a transaction. Okay. Bargaining. You know, I was actually really sad to lose this world. I spent a lot of time in it. 99 days maybe isn't a lot in Minecraft terms, but I really did like it. I had great plans for it, but I guess that's what makes it hardcore. Okay, alright, I know I just died, but I really wanted to keep playing in this world, so I just started the seed again, because I had only spent 99 days in it, and I personally think I can forgive that. I can forgive that, and I have. Thank you, me. I have forgiven myself for doing this. But yeah, so I decided to just speed, in like quotes, speed run this part of the game. I was just going to get there, get some meat, some starter things, and then I was going to go on my very long journey to find the main area I had already found. Because before I died, I had actually spent hours upon hours on Chunkbase trying to find a good map with a beautiful area. And I finally found one that was this map, but then I died before I could use it. And instead of spending hours again doing the same thing again, I decided to, hey, I only spent 99 days, I'm not going to do the same thing again. I'm just going to stop by, get some stuff, and then leave. And in my book, that's okay. So I hope this doesn't ruin my hardcore run for you, but that's at least how I'm gonna play it. So, as you can see, I've been running around, I've been mining, I've been grabbing some food, just getting some iron, and just the basic stuff for my run. I decided to go to the place where my last hardcore world ended and build some sort of a pagan shrine. It's like a spear or something. You might have heard of it, I'm not sure, but it's supposed to symbolize, I think, like death and resurrection or some stuff. Very like magic pagan thing. But now we have this symbol, so I can always remember where this world started and ended the first time. And now I could finally leave and go on my journey. Whew. I ran for an hour, I think. This is thousands of blocks, and if you like calculate the x, y, and z axis, or the longitude and latitude, or whatever you call it, it's like, I think it's like 7,000 or 8,000 blocks. But in a way, I went to a lot of biomes. I was just there in a birch forest, and now I'm in a dark oak gathering some saplings. And as you can see around me are like ashen forest, I think they're called that. And as soon as I found spruce, I immediately mined it and grabbed those saplings. I finally made it to my main area. Just look at the mountain next to me and this opening. This is all going to be part of the main base. And wow, look at this mountain. So big, so beautiful, so great. I am going to show you another clip that shows this area a bit better because I rendered it more better. And wow, look at this. This is probably the coolest area I have ever seen in Minecraft, and I have so many plans and so many things I want to do here. I want to put fortresses on top of the mountains. I want to put a mine in that giant hole. I want to put a city. I want to put fields, just a palace, everything. This is such a cool place, and I can't wait to build it. Started with the just a farming cube with the few saplings I had, and this is the base I'm going to use for my starter base, or the frame I should rather call it. I went mining, and funnily enough I almost immediately died again. Wow. I went into hiding to get some health again, and when I went out I was swarmed by four mobs and immediately died again. It was almost immediately died. So after just barely making it out of that mine, I went to the big one, and when I saw a pool down there, I jumped. This is a very large area and really cool, and I absolutely cannot wait to build something really cool here. So I went to my base and started building up the sites. It is going to be of a very similar style as my first hardcore starter base that you just watched me build. I'm not sure why I did this top ring first, or well, I know why. It's because I wanted to see how tall it should be, and then I decided to work downwards because I knew I wanted to put tuff with the cobblestone, but I didn't have any tuff, so I just figured I would rather do it this way instead of mining going the other way. I don't know why I did it. I put again a wooden texture, but this one is 3 tall, the other was 2, and then I put this trim at the to spice it up, and I really like it. I think it looks really good and I'm very happy. And then I built the base. This is, I think, like an hour of work I condensed into, it's probably like 20 seconds, but just making the area a bit prettier, making my fields a bit bigger, and just moving them around. Now I had started on my roof, and I decided to make it taller than the first one. Now I ran out of wood, so I had to get some more. Then I decided to put the campfires as the texture on these sides. I think it looks really good, and this is the wall I went with this time. I decided to change up the texture on the wall by putting an upside down stair. I felt it was like way too boring and bland, and I think this looks really good. I think it gives the wall like a great texture and just changes it up a lot. And now, after mining some deep slate, I could put that on both sides, and now this base was actually just pretty close to finished. And I changed the top. I put another chimney because chimneys made of granite are great. Very cool, and I really like this one too. And then I added some granite and some bricks for the texture. Now look at this base just coming around and looking pretty good, if I say so myself. On the other side, I wanted to build a tower, and I started with a tough base, which I think was a very good choice, and a different color, and I just changed the vibe. I really liked it. Then I started building it up and had to ruin a part of my house for it, and yeah, so I built it up. But because I am me, and this is clearly a problem, I didn't like it. So I tore it down and built it up again. Yeah, put walls on the side, and then I decided to put a deep slate line and again make this turret area. Then I put a spruce wall. And then finally a deep slate circular tower roof, which I really like this roof, and just this kind of roof, and I often use it in these kinds of circular roofs, so you will see it more often than not. Now, after getting the major parts of the build down, which was the main rectangle, the tower, and then chimney, so I decided to change what I felt like needed to change, which now is the roof. I started by tearing it all down, which took a bit of time since I have just put it up. I took the side down because I liked the white terracotta more. I think it gave the house a nicer color. And then I put this really cool textured roof that gets lighter when you go up. It is a bit more messy than the other one, but I really like it, and especially from a distance I feel like it just fades in and looks really good. Alright then, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you enjoyed it, I hope that you like and or subscribe, preferably both. But until next time, this has been GNR, so thank you and goodbye.